Okay, so verse and devotion for today comes out of Mark chapter 1, verses 29 through 34. Now, there aren't many verses here today, but man, they are. I just sat here, I was reading it, and I'm like, there's things that you can read your whole life, and you go over it, and you don't get it, or you just don't catch it, and this is so cool. The key verse is verse 33, and it's very short, but it is very real in your face, okay? The whole town gathered at the door. That's the key verse. And you're probably thinking, what are you going to... You'll understand here in a second. I'm going to go over it. But Jesus started his stuff. His miracles and healings. And all of it started. And they didn't need Facebook. They didn't need television. They didn't need the radio. They didn't need any of that stuff. The people talked and the word spread. And once they started finding out about this guy that was doing miracles, they wanted to see him. I can't fathom, I mean, I can, but in today's society, going to your front door and the entire town being outside your front door wanting you to pray for them and see miracles happen in their lives. I mean, it would be awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's amazing. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting myself in their shoes and I'm thinking about this and it's like, wow. Okay, so verse 29, as soon as they left the synagogue, which is Jesus, James, John, Simon, and Andrew, they went with James and John to the home of Simon and Andrew. Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, so she was sick. And they told Jesus about her. Okay. Walk in a house. Hey, Jesus, my mother-in-law's got a fever. She's sick. She's sick. Okay. So he went to her, took her hand, and helped her up. Guess what? The fever left her, and she began to wait on them. She's not sick anymore. Jesus enters the picture, enters the room, enters the department, enters the story, and everything changes for the good. Doesn't that excite you? That excites me. That's just so cool. Here we go. That evening after sunset, the people brought to Jesus all the sick and demon-possessed. The whole town gathered at the door. And Jesus healed many who had various diseases. He also drove out many demons, but, get the but here, he would not let the demons speak because they knew who he was. Okay, so he's got the whole town at the door. He's healing the sick, casting out the demons of the people's bodies, and telling, verbally probably not saying a word to them, but in the supernatural where you can't see it, not letting them speak because they knew who he was. Wow. I think it's awesome, and I know it's possible today. I have seen many healings in the past, current past, I should say, very, very recent past. I've seen lots of healings happen right here. It's awesome. I'm trying to think. But what I'm getting at is it's not out of reach, people. It is not out of reach. God is still doing stuff like this today. He is. I've seen it. I've watched it. I've been a part of it. And it's cool. And it's not just cool because it's cool. It's neat to see him set people free. It's neat to see people be healed. It's just wonderful. It's so good. So it's not just a story in the Bible. It's legit, it's real, and it happens. And I love it. Thank you, Lord. And keep doing it. Thank you, Lord. All right.